Hello and welcome. It is my pleasure today to introduce a superstar from the New England area, Gunjan Kuthiala. Gunjan is the owner of Job Genie, which is a job search management software and a staffing company. But this person who has degrees in computer science and an MBA has gone on to do something very different with her life as well. She has founded NRI Life, which has produced several music videos, ads, and one film, which is already on Amazon Prime. And now they have produced their second film, which is a Holly Bolly project with an intent to create NRI Bollywood. This film, NRI Wives, Grey Stories, Love versus Desire, is actually going to come to a theater near you on Mother's Day weekend. And Gunjan, it was my honor to attend your fabulous premiere, which was no less than a formal Bollywood premiere that was. So, welcome to Lokvani. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Namaste.
Namaste, Ranjani. I mean, what a beautiful introduction. Thank you so much. And you called me a star. I would love to be always an ordinary next door mom for everyone. I believe we all are stars in our own way because every life is a journey, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But I was
Sorry,
going to
please.
say, I mean, for somebody who thinks of herself as an ordinary working mom, you did something pretty incredible. You produced beautiful, I mean, it was such a professionally done
Thank you.
film, which I think you didn't have a background in Bollywood. And yet
Okay.
you went on to produce such a fabulous film. The writing, a lot of the, you did a lot of the writing, did the production. I mean, there was very little that you didn't do and shot a lot of it in New England.
Yeah.
What motivated you to do something like this?
Great question. So, as far as motivation goes, s- somehow the intent so I'm the intent was that we have a lot of great shooting locations, right? Be it in New England and in fact in entire USA.
Yeah.
We have a lot of integrity, a lot of talent as well, creative aspirations of me myself, and there are a lot of people out there who are artists in in different domains, but we don't have authentic filmmaking platform really within the vicinity of our neighborhood,
Yeah.
and it's not feasible for most NRIs to quit their family financial social obligations and commitments and explore Mumbai or LA. So of course I have my strengths and I have a lot of weaknesses too, and you can say that somehow it's a weird soul calling, a crazy dream that I felt universe has bestowed me upon me a certain talent, certain weaknesses, and a lot of a support structure, because of which my mission is not mission the purpose or the responsibility, not just the not it's not my mission, it's my responsibility. Like, it'll
Mhm.
be almost shame on me
Hmm.
that if when universe has bestowed upon me so many connections and you know
Yeah.
like a piece of puzzle, and I wouldn't be able to contribute towards millions and millions of dreams of people who deserve the righteous filmmaking platform. and um and
Yeah.
that's the weird
Yeah. No, I
mission
mean,
that I've
it's
adopted.
amazing. It's
Thank you.
amazing to see. I mean, I think each one of us has a story in us, right? Like we would
Indeed.
love to, and Bollywood is, oh my God, it has impacted every Indian that we know. I think Bollywood and cricket connects India more than anything else, I think. And
Yeah.
yet, I mean, it's a big, giant step to go from, being enjoying this, wanting to do something, and like you said, many might even have the talent, but to take that and actually create something, a real film is no joke at all. And wanted to ask you, it was a very interesting theme you had there. First of all, it was a lot about ordinary women, wives, specifically wives. And it was a very, very interesting theme that you picked, which is gray stories, and put love versus desires. What I loved about the movie was there were many themes there that you could identify with, whether it is the new wife coming into America and with a very busy husband, some of them very talented women who cannot pursue their careers because of, I don't know, taking care of parents, so there were many underlying theme, while the overlying theme was indeed very, very provocative in the sense of love versus desires. So how did you come about this idea to do this film?
Beautiful. So these are all, to be honest, pretty much real life inspired stories. So being a woman who has been living here for last 19 years, and of course, we women talk. You hear so many stories, and being in HR for last 19 years, and I'm a talker, right? So obviously, I have friends all over US, and now kind of living here for 19 years, we understand the NRI nuances, the pros and cons, the ups and downs. Of another life, which impacts the relationships as well. How and of course, relationships are more or less alike in every country, but our challenges are, of course, different than people living in India, where there is a lot of support structure. So yeah, these are pretty much real life inspired. I wouldn't say they are real stories, but real life inspired stories of different scenarios wherein I thought that these are not aliens who sometimes would show gray shades. Nobody's perfect. So what if somebody was in this scenario, how that person would go through? And these are not, nobody's bad, nobody's black or white in all our stories, and how those odd life circumstances led them to yielded them to show some gray shades. And but even though we touched somehow taboo subjects, but we have somehow thought, conveyed that we NRIs are a little bit stuck in time people. We're very connected to our roots, our values. And that's why in our film, as you would see, people were a little bit shocked that we touched very, very bold subjects, but there is no nudity. Are you kidding me? There is not even a kiss. There is not even a, like much of, bad language either. So how come? So because that's how we are. We are advanced, but yet we're very progressive, because obviously the environment we have been growing and, learning from. But we are still holding on to our roots. We do Hanuman Chalisa and morning puja and this and that and all the festivals.
Sure.
Way more. When I go to India, and I'm sure a lot of NRIs can relate to, I feel like I've gone from a village to a city.
Surely. Actually, the values that you represented were very, very rooted in Indian heritage, I think, throughout. It doesn't matter what the situation. At the end of the day, I saw that the conflicts were resolved using very, very, grounding and, rooting in Indian values. And I thought that
and
was
in a very
very beautiful.
intellectual way, I feel that this is not a Turkey subject stories. These are very I wanted to touch them in a very elegant, graceful, implied way that people can relate to. And see, there are a lot of films which have been made in America or Europe or whatever, but they have shown a lot of glam life. I wanted to show how we really live. We have to do dishes. We don't have full-time people coming in who are who are ironing our clothes every day, So we don't have like chauffeur driven, life.
Cars.
Not everybody
You're
does,
right.
right? Like the even though we have, good homes and all the luxuries, but still, so a lot of NRIs I feel will be able to relate to it. And people who aspire to be NRIs, which are a lot of Indians still aspire to be, they'll be able to like get the real sense of NRI life.
What it is.
Still keeping them entertained with the tingling of the
And
taboo subjects.
beautiful people, great acting. You yourself were part of one of the stories. Very great acting on your part as well, and it was really very, very wonderful. And of course, what a beautiful writer you are. There was a lot of beautiful, interesting clips and comments that you made, and the music was beautiful. Everything was just spectacular, I think. So now, tell me, what does it take to, I think you started this journey knowing very little, I assume, about making a production. So, what was your greatest learning from all of this?
Lot of learnings. So, first of all, I think one of the learning that I felt and I believe in, even when I am like crying and in downfall, like remind myself is universe, trust universe. I did not know filmmaking in I knew only A, and I knew where I needed to be, ideally Z. I still have, there are a lot of Z's that I've
Yeah.
planned, and I just wished for it, requested universe, believed, good intent, with no malicious intent to hurt anyone, harm anyone, and I felt the angels. A lot of people. This is not just my baby. A lot of
Yeah.
community members, a lot of my core team members. My core team locally here is pretty much all women. There are a lot of people. I mean, there are a lot of men too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
In the entire project, it was a huge project, and more than 100, people overall involved. But everybody, it's like it takes a village to grow a
Yeah.
child, right? Similarly, a film cannot be made by one. So I don't, I cannot. It wasn't me. It was just my vision, a crazy vision, which other people who are more crazy than me, that they trusted in it, and they started contributing in one way or the other.
Yeah.
And we were blessed that how these big stars
Yeah.
who trusted this new filmmaker,
Yeah.
um, Samir
Yeah.
Soni
No,
said
yeah.
first yes, and yeah, one thing led to another. Yeah.
No, that was really fantastic, and that's what I was going to say. How actually you I should have stopped you because I was curious. How did you get stars? Very leading people to agree to making your film. Any comments on that?
Uh, so so yeah, same thing that one thing, I've been in talent acquisition all my life. So my business has been Job Genie. So
Yeah.
I had never hired actors or artists, but I used the same. So I feel my business of
Yeah.
creating recruitment architecture,
Yeah.
ecosystems, I use the same. And
Yeah.
that's why production comes very natural
Yeah.
to me. It's
Makes
all
sense.
about, you don't need to know it all, but you need
Yeah.
to hire the right talent for
Right.
each department, and ensure that the team is working towards the common
Mhm.
goal
Yeah.
in the budget, in the
Yeah.
deadlines. We did, so yeah, and again, big thanks to universe, big thanks to the stars, that whenever I was writing, I had, of course, co-writers support as well,
Yeah.
for two films. Two I wrote pretty much solely, with some screenplay guidance from,
Yeah.
again, few people, directors and few other people. But
Of
point
course.
is, when the people I was thinking when I was writing, for example, Bhagyashri, I imagined Maine Pyar Kiya girl for the white space story. I imagined Raima Sen for the old secret story.
Mhm.
I imagined, like when you're writing, right, you're imagining a character, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When I imagined Kiku Sharda, I literally imagined, because I had only two crushes back then. With Jugal Hansraj, the
Yeah.
star, the
Of
who did
course.
in my age group, who didn't had crush on Jugal Hansraj?
Of
Tell me,
course.
you know.
Of course.
So Jugal Hansraj, Samir Soni, and I just I just wished for them.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I just wished for them, and I feel like, universe, seriously, you made it happen. You know,
That's
when
awesome.
you when you approach people, same thing. When you approach people with authentic intent,
Yeah.
people don't join companies. People join people
That's
when
true.
when they see that the intent is good. And a lot of these stars, they just trusted. They just
Yeah.
trusted, and we were honest that we are not from big film
Yeah.
industry. I think they liked the concept, the
Yeah.
content. They were intrigued that how we are treating Jugal, for instance, and Bhagyashri loved it, that even though I'm touching very bold subjects, but
Yeah.
how beautiful we were treating them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how
No,
they agreed.
I think that's so beautiful to know, and I think definitely for aspiring filmmakers,
See,
probably you have become a leader here who can hopefully share your knowledge with those that want to talk. But really, I would like to tell all our viewers to go watch this film. It's a very subtle film. You will see some of yourself in that film. It doesn't matter who you are. You'll see a little bit of yourself in that film, and
yeah,
the topics, as she said, are bold but very delicate, very classy, very beautifully done. And the everything about the movie, I mean, the people were beautiful, the scenes were beautiful, so everything was just spectacular, and you left
thank you,
with
thank
a
you.
lot of positivity. And I think I like those kinds of films that
Yeah,
leave you
yeah.
with showing you situations, but at the same time handled beautifully and positively.
Yeah,
So thank you.
we wanted to convey beautiful woven messages within them,
Yeah.
not without being preachy.
Yeah.
Of course, it's entertainment.
Of
I
course.
promise you, sorry if I may take
No, no,
uh
please, please.
30
Yes.
seconds, Ranjini ji. See, this is a film made by crazy, creativity seekers. My core team is a bunch of women from your own New England community. Please, if you are a passionate artist or if you have regard for artists, we really want to create NRI Bollywood. I know, see, all big projects, be it Apple, be it any production, they all start from scratch someday, right? Uh, uh, and our genuine goal is that a lot of artists who sleep with their dreams underneath their pillow, and they kind of um, let go of those dreams eventually. We don't want that. I don't want that to
Mm.
happen. I would have been an actress. I'm 41 years old. I don't want to act anymore. But what I want is I want to contribute to so many aspiring artists
Yeah.
who know either singing or acting or choreography or writing. Connect with us. We'll work together. I
Yeah.
started from scratch. I learned it. I'll make sure you all will learn it too. As long as you're good people with good intent and open to learn, you're bringing in positive energy, because filmmaking isn't easy. 12 hours of shoot is beyond crazy. It's not all fun. There is
Sure, sure.
genuinely hard work.
Yeah.
But please support us. I
Yeah.
promise you that 10, 12, whatever, $15 ticket won't be a waste of time. I'm not saying this is the world's best movie, but I promise you you'll come back. We'll come out of it with some intriguing, thought-provoking.
Really.
Yeah. So
I
12th May, that weekend, and for the 2 weeks. But don't procrastinate. Please add in your calendar and go support us.
I will let people know that, and I can certainly vouch for the film, having had seen a little bit of it, that it
Yeah.
is certainly worth your time. I think you'll be entertained, you'll be delighted and a little bit uplifted, by the whole film. And that's, I think, at the end of the day, that's what a film is all about. And I think,
Yeah.
Gunjan, certainly, you
Thank you.
captured
Thank you. I think
all
everybody
of
got
that.
surprised, right? When our whole in the premiere, nobody had that expectations that. Correct
No,
me if I'm wrong, Ranjani ji.
definitely.
Everyone's okay. We're going to go support her.
Yes, I mean,
Support like
I
see.
did come like that. I didn't expect such a high quality. It was a very very beautiful done
Thank
movie.
you. Thank you.
So
The
May 12th.
songs are beautiful too. Oh my God.
Yes,
We're
exactly.
releasing
This
4 songs too. You'll see them coming on a big platform. So yeah, hopefully.
wonderful. So
Thank you.
from small music videos and ads to a grand film, and I think you're on your way to maybe future Oscar. So we
Oh,
will look forward.
thank
Today,
you.
not to tomorrow, Gunjan
Oh,
Kuthiala. So
Kuthiala,
it's
thank you.
going to happen. So we
Yeah.
will be there. So Mangalam Shubham, such a pleasure. Thank you, Gunjan, for your time, and I wish you all the luck. As you are actually not only having these movie release in US, but in the world around. So good luck to you, Gunjan, and
Thanks
look
for your
forward
time.
to new productions in the future.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Namaste.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.